one. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Big Blue Jude 97 here today to talk to you about the 7 Deadly Sins, chapter 318, titled Chaotic Battle. And with this chapter of 7 Deadly Sins, two main things are occurring. Just the battle between Meliodas and the Demon King, his father, which, when it comes to the battle sequences of this chapter, they were very good. They weren't as amazing as previous chapters in the series, but they were still really good. So there was the battle between the Demon King and Meliodas and Elizabeth to an extent. And then the second thing about this chapter is the idea of Meliodas trying to save his brother Zeldatros. Because when it comes to Zeldatros right now, he's basically under the Demon King's rule. His body is under his control. He's being tricked by his father to believe that the person that he loves is dead, so he's basically given up. So Meliodas is basically trying his hardest to try and save his brother. So when it comes to like this actual chapter, there was a few things I really found interesting. I'm sorry about that. The main thing I found interesting was we get to see Meliodas use his sacred treasure again, and it's been so long since we've seen it. Sorry. And when it comes to a sacred treasure, I think it's really cool because it multiplies himself, so he basically performs Kayabushin no Jutsu from Naruto, which is very cool. But the difference is he uses his actual ability, Full Counter, which, if you don't know, it takes basically any attack thrown at him and throws it back at the opponent. So you would think when it comes to multiplying himself, it cuts his power each time. But because each one of them is using Full Counter, it means that the attack is being thrown back like multiple times harder, and it becomes more powerful. And if that wasn't even the case, basically Elizabeth uses her enchantment arcs and uses a new move, or a move that we haven't seen, called God Shredder, which when combined with Full Counter creates probably the best fusion name, which is called God Slayer. Have you heard a name even more awesome than God Slayer? I just realized they used God Slayer in Fairy Tail. And now my love of this move went down. But no, in all seriousness, it's a really good move. And it basically creates a pillar of light that basically shreds the Demon King. Doesn't shred him into pieces, but like he is heavily injured. But he eventually realizes that Meliodas is holding back. He is basically like holding his punches, trying not to hurt Zeldatros' body. And the idea of it is that he's always been holding back. And that every time he's held back within this entire series, it has led to someone getting seriously hurt. And I think this is probably going to continue on that track. So when it comes to this actual chapter, it wasn't really like that amazing out of the park, but I still think it was a very good chapter. We got to see a few things that we haven't seen in a while, which is him using his sacred treasure, as well as him using Full Counter. And also, it is also explained in this chapter that the Demon King is unable to use his ability, which is basically like full nullification, basically, in a way in which like any attack that would be thrown at him makes him stronger, basically. And his body, apparently, it hasn't been adjusted to it, or it just can't use that power. So yeah, he's severely nerfed. But then again, Meliodas isn't using his full power. And I feel as if that may be the reason why the fight wasn't as interesting as previous fights. But it could change within the next few chapters. But all in all, I still thought it was a very decent chapter. I still enjoyed reading it. And hopefully next chapter will be even better. And hopefully we could get more Zeldatros and his girl, who, if you didn't know, she's a vampire. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So hopefully we'll be able to get more of that in the next chapter. And until then, catch you guys later. Goodbye for now.